So you probably saw the video where I unboxed all my spares when I received it from Roven Sports. Well, today you're watching the video where I unboxed the brand new A5, and this is a first in South Africa. So I'm very excited to see it for myself as well for the first time. So without delay, let's start opening up this bad boy. I absolutely love these brand new car boxes from Rofun Racing. The black just looks luxury, it looks quality. And it even makes you feel better when you open them up. Let's break that seal and get inside. Oh yeah, nice. So the stickers are on top. Sometimes these do kind of bend, but these don't look too bad. Big set there, look at that, A5 baby. I've actually seen some photos where the actual side stickers are Subaru stickers. So this one does not, and there it comes with a sticker sheet showing you where to stick what sticker. Oh my word, that is cool. So you can also modify it as you wish. Let's get this thing out of here. Oh, let's not break something. Oh yeah. Let's put it one side. So one thing that I noticed now is they put the car in this compartment and it looks like all the spares is down here. Oh yes it is. We've got fuel mixing bottle, transmitter, check there, rofunracing.com. I don't know what that stands for. Rofun Sports maybe, remote control. Let's see what's inside. First time I ever receive a box like this. Oh, it's that one. I've had these before. It's almost got the same settings as the FlySky GT5. But yeah, it does feel light and plasticky. But we'll have to test out the range on this thing. Right, let's stick that back in the box. We've got a spoiler. Spoiler alert. And then tool bag, charger, and the manual. That's it in this box. Cool. All right. Let's see what's inside. So it's got the 8 pins like a 5T. And actually I've got a 5SC standing next to me, which I'm going to do an unboxing video about after this one. If you're wondering why I'm in my lounge, it's because I don't have enough space in my shop/workshop for these size boxes. Remember, you can choose the language of your choice in the settings down below. I don't want to scratch the body. I actually see some blue tape on the side of the body shell here. I wonder what that is about. It's like stuck on the side there. Well, let's take it off and have a look. Boom, boom, boom. So as you can see there, that blue tape there, it looks like the cover, because it's got this clear film, started coming off and they just stuck it down with that model tape there so that it doesn't come off more and the body shell stays protected for the customer. So the body shell has these rubber grommets where your pins go through, and you'll have to obviously pull this clear tape off before you put all the stickers on. It also had a bit of a scuff here, which is hopefully just on the clear tape and not on the body shell itself. Yeah, so obviously the spoiler you have to put on, and the mirrors. I'm gonna check now, I wonder where the mirrors are. But yeah, there's some more model tape just to keep that clear film on. Yeah, has this body been through, what do you call it? The wars. Right. So you get a blue body shell and you get a red body shell. I went for the blue because I like blue, man. Ezeetrade colors is blue and orange. So, first observation, these tires have a weird little line in them as they were molded. These are obviously the Gen 2 F5 RF5 wheels, and they go together a lot different than our Baja front wheels, but they're a lot stronger, and they say there's a lot less ballooning because the inner foam is a lot thinner. So just look at this car, straightforward, plain and simple. I think this thing is gonna be a breeze to work on, man. Yes, like it. And it's a little bit lighter than what I thought it would be. Obviously, you just have that massively fat chassis, man. Look at that thing. I don't know, this thing is like 6 mils. I need to get a vernier, but this chassis is thick. So, man, I am looking forward to seeing this thing run. So, let me get you a close-up. What a beauty, man. So it looks like it's got some of the BM5 type of styling in the front, which is obviously a FG clone. You can see those control arms, the upper arms, and the swing arms. You see that chassis, very fat chassis, and this is almost like a nitro style exhaust pipe. I wonder what the performance on it will be like. So right here we've got a 15 kilogram throttle servo doing the throttle and the brake, and we have a 60 kilogram steering servo with the aluminium arm there, and you can actually put 2 servos on it for the steering. We will shortly find out how sharp this thing turns with 160 kilogram servo. It looks like a brand new set of gears. This is not the BM5 FG style gears that we find on the big monster. And all aluminium bell carrier and brake mount set, same as on the BM5. So here at the back, we've got some nice alloys holding on to the diff, and it is FG style diff, as you can see there. That means minimalistic, straight to the power, shouldn't give you issues. So it comes with the 32cc from Rofun Racing, and it should be plenty powerful to pull this chassis around. I will be checking out what the gear ratios are. And it looks like you can also fit a sway bar set, which it does not come with standard. The suspension looks like it's got 8 mil shocks in there. It is brand new designs there. This is not F5 RF5 suspension. This is its own thing. It looks like it's got a mix of LT and Baja shock caps. And let's see what size battery goes in here. It has got a 4,500 milliamp hour battery that will last at least 2 tanks. That is awesome. And there is a separate tray here for the receiver. Let's get right in there and see what that looks like. There we go. Plain, straightforward, lots of space also if you want to put a kill switch or LED controller. Lots of space in that battery tray there. And there's also a lot of areas here if you want to add or mount on and off switches. Actually, oh, there is the on and off switch. I also notice here that the engine mounts are also aluminium. So that is what you pay for. And with that, I'm going to give you a close-up montage so you can see the details of this awesome vehicle. I have to say, super simple to put this body shell back on. Everything just clips into place. It's not as much of a struggle as I would with the 5T sometimes to get these side pins in, or even the RF5 to get the bumper pins in the front. This one goes on very snug, very smooth. Oh, those shocks are a bit tight. Let's get a close-up of that. The shocks are a little bit noisy. Not sure why. But the one thing that I've realized now is that these shocks actually have these white bushes in there as a limiter so that it can't over compress. Even though all the way down this bumper hits the ground. So there's still a lot of adjustment you've got here. You can adjust these shocks very, very tight, and you can make it a little bit more loose than what it is now. It all depends on your drive style. And I see there's also adjustments you can make to the shocks, and also on the swing arms there. You can bring the shocks in a lot closer there. So there is really good adjustments on there. I mean, look at the size of that thing. In comparison to the Baja, that's probably like double the thickness than the Baja upper arm turnbuckles, and the same on the front. This does look beefier than the BM5, hopefully a lot stronger than the BM5. So only time will tell once this thing hits a couple of curbs or other cars. Looking forward to seeing it out in the field. So it has a single disc brake, looks like the same disc as on the Baja 5B, and the same setup as the BM5 from Roven Sport. You've probably also noticed it's the same filter setup as the BM5 or the FG model sport cars. This can be converted to the Baja 5B as the same size filter. Should be able to fit this. Obviously, I have not put one in there yet, but I believe it is the same as the BM5, and we do a conversion on that so that you can run your Baja filter set on these cars as well, because I really believe in the Baja filter. That thing cleans very nice, keeps grime out of your engine and make it last longer. I really like this setup where the filter is at the back. You get a lot less dirt and dust being sucked into the engine because they sit in the back. Right, I got batteries in the transmitter. Turn that on, turn the car on. So there's a little bit of a gap there on the throttle, but the throttle is opening up all the way and the brakes are working. Easy adjuster there on the back. So on the steering, I don't know how full this battery is charged, but let's check the steering. That doesn't look fantastic. But the one thing that I've noticed as well, it's got these stoppers on the bottom, same as the FG, same as the BM5. I will actually remove those so that this thing can turn sharper. Also noticed on these control arms there is 2 other slots that you can move this steering link to. So it will turn a lot sharper, I think, if you put it on one that's closer to the wheel. So yeah, I don't know if the battery is fully charged, but that is basically the steering angle you get. You can still make adjustments to your toe and your camber. I mean, it looks like this toe is quite wide. Anyway, it's symmetrical steering in a sense, so you should be able to get quite a big turn on that. But yeah, it looks like these are definitely a limiting factor. Check there, hits the control arm there, and you still have lots of steering that the wheel should be able to turn. Check if the fail-safe is set straight from the factory. Let's turn this off and see if the car will brake. Oh yeah! Luckily the fail-safe is set straight from the factory. So that's what the car looks like with its mirrors on and its spoiler. Very super simple to fit, and it makes a big difference. And the mirrors are actually marked left and right, as you can see there, a little L on the back, so that you can't mess them up. But if you put the wrong one on the wrong side, it will look pretty bad. So if you like this video, please like, share and comment. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to see about this car or any other car, and I will see if I can help. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.